Hey guys, it's a History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of A Silent Hunter 4. Yeah! And where we last left off, BDU wanted us to sink ships over here, but I decided, making a captain's decision, that sinking ships over here in the Gulf of Aden was going to be, first off, just far easier to do. No ships were really coming through this little sector here, and that's not a surprise. If you take a look at the route that most ships are going to be taking, it really doesn't go through this section at all. So, here's hoping the BDU doesn't mind, but if we sink some ships in the Gulf of Aden, I have a feeling they'll be okay with our progress. If we take a look on the outside of the ship, it's a bit of a stormy day. Things are going alright though. The Columbia is safely underwater at periscope depth, and we're just waiting really for contact to come along and get in the way of our torpedoes, if you will. There's not really much else to cover, so I'm going to be back when we get ourselves a hydrophone contact and can actually do some damage. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so it looks like after a little bit of finagling and maneuvering, we've got our first target, about 6.5 clicks. That is the observation scope, eh? Let's use it. We are, after all, observing. And it looks like it is a bit of a convoy. I like that. Let's drop that down and go to the other periscope. See if we can't pick up some targets. These guys are a little ways out still. But it looks like we got at least one tanker, then a couple of smaller freighters, which I'm okay with. What we are going to do, though, is kick up our speed a little bit, see if we can't get a little bit closer. We can go ahead and pull our mark just a little bit further out. Shut her down to slow speed. We don't need to be going too quick here. Don't need to be going past these guys and forced to use our rear-facing tubes. We have a coastal composite freighter. We got a big tanker-looking thing out there. And there should be a third ship's here somewhere. I thought, anyway. Maybe not. Maybe just the two of them. That's okay, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. I don't know where that quote came from, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. What we're going to do is, order of operations, go after the, that's the screen that I'm looking for. We're going to set these torpedoes to a medium speed, go back and get ourselves a good lock on the freighter, fire tube 2, open the tube, get a lock, keep getting that lock. It says it's just a Liberty cargo ship, but it looks pretty big. That should be good. Then we can break that lock. Go for a lock on this guy. And we should be able to get this guy with just one torpedo. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that'll be enough. And are these guys all... I'm also hoping that all these guys are all set. Of course not. You gotta set the tube speed each time. Lesson learned, guys. Don't worry. I'm slowly getting it. Let's go ahead, launch that guy. I think we can break the lock and safely bring our periscope down. Let's hit that cheaty view. It's going to be a while for these shots to come in. But we can still, hopefully, watch some kills. Aha! You see? I knew there was another ship. It's stuck in behind this guy. And we have Royal Navy. Little cargo freighter here. Big cargo ship here. I'm hoping this... I mean, the first torpedo should hit this ship first. Then it's going to be a coin toss, whether the slow one or the other medium speed one will go after that guy. And then, once all is said and done, we'll probably have to go after this last guy with the deck gun. That's not a big concern. He's a tiny ship. We can handle that without problems. Let's just see if we can find a torpedo trail somewhere out here. There was a click. That means something. Let's check our torpedo map. Alright, so we got at least one still going towards the freighter. We got the second one back there. And it looks like those two might be going pretty much the same... Well, no. That one's going to hit. So it'll be that one, that one, that one. And hopefully by the time this one gets there, that freighter hasn't done any fancy maneuvers to avoid my shot. So we know this guy's going to be first. It's just... Oh, and there is the torpedo in question. That's looking like a pretty good shot. That is definitely going to hit the ship. There she goes. I'm going to do my best not to miss any of the extra spectacular explosions. Alright, did we do any damage? I think I may have missed an extra special explosion. Yep, we did some damage. That's good. No fire, no explosions. Just a hole. That is a dead ship. Fire, explosions, big ol' hole. I like it. Oh, come on. Get out. Let's see if we're going to be able to follow up on this guy. It looks like it may have stopped, which could be bad news for the torpedo I fired. Or it could be good news. Time will tell. It's coming along nice and slow, just like we told it to be. And we could try and get a torpedo lined up on that last freighter behind, but like I say, I think the safest bet is going to be deck guns. Deck guns all around. Oh, there it is. And yeah, the adjustment in speed is definitely causing this to be placed in a slightly different location. That's okay, though. We'll take it. We got that ship definitely on fire now. Definitely going to be going under. Speaking of going under... Oh, we missed it. Did we? Yes, indeed we did. Oh, it's just here still. Oh, there's the cargo. And some saved ships. There it is. Oh, it flipped over. I wish I'd seen that. Sorry for missing it, guys. You know how it goes. At least with Silent Hunter 4, the ships sink much quicker. I have a feeling this guy's destined for the bottom. I don't think we need to worry too much about pumping any more torpedoes into him. But we do have that last freighter. And it's a bit of a concern. He's going to be dipsy, dawdling, diving, ducking, dodging, doing his thing. So like I say, I think the best course of action for that last freighter is going to be the good old-fashioned deck gun. That guy is probably going to be going under. So let's get on the surface. Let's get rid of this. And let's kick our speed up just a little bit. And actually, the course we are set on should be pretty good. Might put it out just a little bit more, just to chase this guy down. And now we're on deck with our gun. I'm going to guess 4 kilometers. That's right, that's a guess, guys. It's not like I took the time to measure. Four kilometers. We've got, it looks like, high explosives loaded and ready. Yes. Good placement. Starting a fire. First shot. I like it. I like it a lot. You're going to go down, freighter. You are going down. Certainly going to be trying to pull some evasive maneuvers away from us. But with that fire already occurring... Well, already we're closing ranks. Let's try 3.5 kilometers. A bit shy. So we'll just wait to get a little bit closer into range. Maybe there? Oh yeah. There was a water splash, but there was an explosion. So I'm thinking that's going... No, maybe not. In between the two. That should be safe. Maybe not. Oh dear. That is probably that ship. Yeah. Looking, wanting to play, are you? I'm hoping you're 3.5 kilometers out. You are. Okay, so then we will try and hit the rear gun. Because we don't necessarily want to get hit by an artillery shell. I have a feeling that'll do far too much damage to the Columbia than we want to deal with. Thankfully, the Merchant Marine can't really hit us. And I guess if I was really thinking this through... Well, that's an enemy destroyed. Is it that guy? Or is it that guy? Doesn't sound like that guy's firing anymore. So I'm guessing... Well, I could just check my log, couldn't I? The Liberty Cargo, 7,000 tons. The composite freighter at 1,800 tons. We're looking good to get this last guy sunk. And he's about just over 3 kilometers out. Come on, give me my gun. Gun loaded. Load it faster. Well, that doesn't look like it did anything. Didn't see a splash though, so it's tough to tell what side of the ship these shells are falling on, but I can guess it's the far side. Maybe in between? There we go. Now we're hitting. Now we're doing some damage. I like it. I mean, I'd like to think we've caused enough damage for this thing to go down. But, you don't want to gamble. You don't want to take risks. Because we need all the renown we can get, really. We're not quite in the position we were in Silent Hunter 5, where it didn't matter how good we were. We had nothing to spend our points on. We still got plenty. And with that Albrecht coating needing constant replacement, it's kind of important. We got the renown to make sure we can keep the Columbia nicely wrapped up, if you will. See, because it's a sound coating wrap. Yeah, that's what I was thinking there. Well, we need to close range just a little bit. Might be too much. Yeah. Causing all sorts of damage. We'll get one more round off, and then we'll go investigate. See how things are going. Then that's all we needed. That's it. That's that for that little convoy. Safe to say we made some Swiss cheese out of this freighter. Let's check the damage. Yeah, we got at least one big hole underwater and a bunch of other holes that are going to be underwater in a mere moment. Poor anti-aircraft gunner, staying at his post. He is a dedicated soldier. But it's all for naught. He didn't even get to fire his gun. And yet he stayed. Brave man. And under you go. Let's check our logs, see what we sunk. Not bad. Not bad at all. Small old engine aft, 1,500 tons. The Liberty Cargo at 7,100 tons. And the Coastal Composite at 18. That is a good start to everything exciting. Everything exciting. There's the Columbia, sitting and ready. Yay! One thing I want to do while I've got a chance is... Oh yeah, we got one left. Bring that inside, would you, gentlemen? Thank you. So we've got a full tube load, and we've got a full tube load replacement. So they're not all steam. Some of them are going to be electric. That's something we're going to need to stay cognizant of as we're shooting. But I think we're off to a pretty great start in the Gulf of Aden. One thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to reposition ourselves. Well, it's night. We're on the surface. It seems like... Well, I still want to keep an escape route open if I need it. So, that was those guys. When did we make contact with them? About an hour ago, and they're there. So I wonder... What speed are they going? They're going slow. Okay. So if we pull ourselves down to about... there... Yeah. Yeah, that should be good. Maybe? I don't know. We'll find out. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so they're pretty far out. They're about 8 kilometers. So I just want to check my ranges. And if we keep these going slow, we should be able to hit this Liberty cargo vessel without issue. So let's just actually make sure... Oh, no. This one. We're set to slow. We're set to magnetic. Everything is looking good. What we just need to do is make sure we just fire 3 and 4, because those are my steam. 1 and 2 are electric, and those ranges, that's only about a 3-kilometer range. We want to make sure this is going to hit. And it is a pretty long distance shot. Come on. Okay. Hopefully that lock actually went in. I was a bit quick on the old trigger finger there. I didn't leave the door enough time to open. But we'll see if that's actually going to be good. Like I say, they're about 8 kilometers out. So that is a ways to travel for these fishes. But hopefully they're able to make contact. And of course, if there are other ships out there, I'm not going to bother chasing them down, but it looks like it might just be this lone Liberty tanker. It's an American Liberty tanker too. So, you know, it's good to spread the wealth. You got the crew on deck there doing their thing. The deck gunners obviously keeping an eye on things. These things, they're pretty well armed. They got 2 deck guns. It's never a good idea then to chase down the Liberty cargo freighters with your deck gun. Regardless, we're not doing that. And I do realize that even with the 2 torpedoes that I fired at this guy, or at the same type of ship, still had to chase him down with a deck gun. I'm hoping that is not the case. I'm hoping these torpedoes can just do the job on their own, so we won't have to hunt them down. They are going to take a very long time to get there. As we can see, they got a long way to go, hitting the outer edge of their range. And I got to tell you something. This shot is not looking promising. Let's see if we can find our torpedoes somewhere out in the waves. Nope, I thought I saw it. Yeah. They're somewhere out here. Oh, there's one. As you can see, that is going to be a big giant good old-fashioned miss. So let's hope shot number 2 is a little bit better. That is a big miss. We're firing a pretty long-range shot. This one still is looking like it might be a potential for an actual hit. So let's get back out there. Let's reacquire the ship. Oh! Look at that. Like I say, I think that was our second shot. And the first one just went far too wide. So let's see. I'm not seeing any visual damage, but that ship has definitely stopped. So what we're going to need to do then is get in much closer. How's our battery power doing? Not great. We're going to need to get in much, much closer to make use of our torpedoes. Going 4 knots. Let's just go back to this view. And yeah, one shot hit, the other one was not so successful. But if it's disabled, this Liberty ship, then that means... Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, if this Liberty ship stays disabled, then it's good news for us. We just want to make sure this engine doesn't start up again.
Torpedo miss, sir.
I'm aware. And, yeah, it doesn't look like this guy's going to be starting up his engines anytime soon.
Sir.
So, let's check our tubes, actually. This one, tube 3, is an electric torpedo. We got all electric going on here. But this guy, yeah, 7.5 kilometers out. Unless we're able to get a steam torpedo loaded, we are not gonna be getting a shot on this guy anytime soon. It looks like that might be a steam torpedo, though. So I'm excited for that. Looks like we made contact with another small convoy.
Ready, sir.
Tube 4 is all set and ready. What have we got for a lock? 5 kilometers out. Let's make sure that that tube door is open. And in fact, we've got the time. We can check to make sure the door is open. Well, there is tube 4 all set and ready to do some shooting, which is good. Let's get a lock on this guy. And with him being what? Can we get a faster speed? You're telling me 7.5 at medium speed will be just fine. So let's get that set, locked, and fire. And we'll still advance up at our snail's pace of
Torpedo in the water.
4 knots. Just in case this guy isn't able to finish the job. But it should be a pretty easy shot on the mid-section of the ship. And hopefully that'll be enough to send him to the bottom. Like I say, if we need to get one more torpedo in him, we will. Little bit back heavy. Not enough to be disastrous. But if those engines are stopped, then it is enough to be concerning for them. They're sitting ducks, and they know a submarine is after them.
Torpedo miss, sir.
Is that... Was that my last great hope? Or was that the one that actually missed from before? I don't see any other torpedo in the water. Okay. Well then, we've got our work cut out for us. We're getting close into the 3-kilometer distance. We're getting close to it now. And if I just double check... What are you? Oh, you're a steam torpedo. Well then. Yeah, 3 clicks. That is almost ready to go, though. Into tube 4, which should still be open. Let me check. Oh, probably... Yeah, no. The torpedo door would not be open. It's being loaded. You can't load a torpedo tube with it flooded. I'm figuring this stuff out. Alright, tube 4 is ready, but we can cut it down in and start using these electric torpedoes. I'd like to have at least 2 steam torpedoes open and available to me. And I think that will be possible, because we got one there. So if we do a tube 3 shot, we can have 3 and 4. How's our battery doing? Doing pretty low. We'll just get it in a couple 100 meters closer. That should be good. Let's fire that torpedo. And this is, of course, going to be hard for us to track from above water without leaving a tail. Who knows? Who knows if this is going to be a successful shot or not? Only the torpedo knows. We can at least see it on the map there. Closing the distance. Staying true to the shot. How about you guys? And that's looking pretty darn good to me. Yeah! That is what I'm talking about. Nice big hole. We can probably... let's get out of water here. There we go. We can probably cut our engines.
I'll stop.
And then we'll give this some time to see if this is going to sink. They should be taking on quite a bit of water now. Certainly not able to repair their engines as effectively as I think they'd like to. But I'm fearful this is going to require another shot. Let's see. That is getting loaded. So yeah, my two options would be to surface and use a deck gun, and very, very likely get shot. Or fire another torpedo. This ship is getting expensive, but I think it's worth it. And we'll try to even the placement here. We know we did some damage to the engine. We know we got some damage going on, excuse me, amidships. So we'll try for a front shot. And see how that goes.
Torpedo in the water.
Don't fire up your engines. Although I guess with us shooting the front.
Torpedo impact.
There we go. Sorry for missing the explosions with the time acceleration. But we still are able to watch this glorious ship go under. That is indeed a big enough hole to cause some serious damage. And she goes down quick and silent. Yeah. So let's get on the surface and
New depth. 5.
check out our situations. We're certainly hurting for front torpedoes. There's no question about that. So I'm thinking, gentlemen, you've been enjoying the Polynesian delights there with those red eyes, sir? I don't judge, don't worry. Yeah, with our torpedoes the way they are, I think the best bet would be just to go back down, see if we can't do some patrolling down here and find something so we can get that mission finished too. If we can't, we might as well head back to Penang, not to end the mission of course, but just to resupply. We're desperately short of the torpedoes we need. Of course, we could go and investigate this location down here. It's about the same distance, and quite frankly, I'm not worried about fuel. It's just a matter of ordnance. That being said, we've also got something that I haven't been using at all, which is our aft-facing torpedoes, and we're pretty well stocked on those. So if I can figure out a way to reverse into a target, then we can definitely get that down. We're on the surface now, aren't we? We are. Heading on up heading on out. Doing things our way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, we'll head back to this location, see if we can't peg off an easy ship. Although I think it's got to be 7,000 tons. If I'm... Oh, just 5,000. We can probably do that. Change your position to grid quadrant MQ79. Attack enemy shipping at your discretion, but make sure the enemy feel it. 5,000 tons would be a good start. MQ79. Over there. We can do that. Like that. Oh, we don't need that. There we go. So yeah, we'll head there. Maybe our fortunes will be better. It's looking closer to where we know we can sink ships. So, yeah, that is going to be where we're heading. See. All right, well, we've reached the location and we've started our patrol looking for 5,000 tons of ships. But I'm going to have to cut the episode here today. Got to keep these episodes a little bit smaller, what with all of the multiplayer recording I'm doing. Takes up hard drive space, so yeah. Anyway, when we come back to this, we will patrol around this area, see what kind of ships we can sink. It was a pretty successful day. I can't really complain. I'm pretty pleased. Hope you guys are too. If you are, please thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. We're doing all right. 32,000 tons of shipping. 6 missions. That's not bad. We're adding to the total, guys. We'll be climbing the ace leaderboard in no time. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.